If you want to know the secrets of existence and the true meaning of life, I can't help you. But if you want some book recommendations, why not try reading the ones I wrote? If you're a fan of giant monster mayhem and anime weirdness, why not try Operation Red Dragon: The Daikaiju Wars Part 1? If horror is more your style, you can't go wrong with The Occult Mafia. Those who enjoy their fantasy with a dark twist may be interested in Emerald of Maddox City. And if you're interested in shared universes, why not read all three? Hop on down to the description for links to all three books on Amazon. Enjoy whichever ones you read, and enjoy the video.
Well, it's about darn time. I just popped into my local Walmart the other day to see if they'd restocked their Godzilla vs. Kong section, not expecting to find anything I didn't already have, and there it was, just hanging on the hook as if it were waiting for me. My fellow collectors, this Mechagodzilla is proof that hope is still alive.
Okay, I've waited long enough for a 6-inch Mechagodzilla to show up, so let's jump right into the review. He's one of the easier figures to get out of the package, and assembly is simple enough. Like Godzilla and the Skullcrawler, the tail attaches on a ball joint, but he can stand fairly well without it so long as he's not hunched too far forward. Once fully assembled, Mechagodzilla cuts a striking silhouette. In fact, with his arms extended forward, he's the second longest figure in the 6-inch line, edged out only by the Skullcrawler. Detail is pretty good for a smaller figure. The textures aren't quite as defined as they are on the giant figure, but for the most part it still looks good. The only place where the detail falters is on the arms and hands. The X markings on the upper arms are almost non-existent, and the hands have only the most prominent features with no hint of things like the buzzsaws. Elsewhere, the details are about as good as you can expect for a figure of this size. Like the giant figure, there's not much color variation. He's predominantly medium silver gray with gunmetal inside the mouth and in the battle damage section of his torso. Aside from that, his spines are solid red all the way down, and a little bit of matching red paint is applied to the eyes and upper chest. Again, not the most impressive work, but it gets the job done. Articulation is where the figure really shines. Do you recall how the giant figure seemed like it was supposed to have more moving joints than it actually did? The 6-inch figure makes up for it in spades. The arms and legs are on ball sockets that allow them to really spread out. Thanks to the protrusions on his shoulders and hips, he doesn't have quite the same range of movement as Kong or the Skullcrawler, but he comes close. He can also bend his knees and twist his feet for even more movement, allowing you to adjust his height while posing him. Even the jaw is hinged and can open 90 degrees. Unfortunately, the hands lack the articulation of the giant figure, so they can neither rotate nor close. The tail also lacks any extra rotation points, nor can it bend, and this can limit the figure's ability to stand upright. Also, it looks like the toes on this specific figure's feet are a little warped, especially on the right foot. I don't know if this is a common issue for the figures, since, they're so hard to find. It doesn't really affect his ability to stand, so I'm not going to get upset about it. It's worth noting that Mechagodzilla has a little socket in his upper jaw that's designed to accommodate a heat ray like Godzilla's, and allegedly there is a new variant coming that includes a red beam for the Ultimate Destroyer.
Great. Another figure to be constantly looking out for. And here I thought it was almost over.
Lastly, of course, we have the accompanying vehicle, another Heave. This is basically the same mold as the Heave that comes with the Skullcrawler. The main difference is that instead of being silver with a black windshield, this is army green with a silver windshield. It looks fine, even though there isn't a Heave colored like this in the movie. I really don't have anything else to say about it beyond that. Refer back to the Skullcrawler figures review if you want my full thoughts on this accessory. So was this figure worth the wait? I suppose so. Sure, some of the details are a bit lacking, but it's also got some of the best articulation of the whole line. Besides, this figure has become such a rarity that I really don't feel like nitpicking its minor flaws.
I say if you're lucky enough to find one of these guys and you're a completionist who has to have the whole set, you may as well snatch him up while you can. I don't think you'll regret it. Lord knows I don't. Until such time as we meet again, this is the Omni Viewer signing off. Now I just need to find a warbat. The hunt is never ending.
If you enjoyed what you just saw, hop on down to the description for links to Patreon, DeviantArt, and all of our social media, as well as links for Operation Red Dragon, The Daikaiju Wars Part 1, The Occult Mafia, and Emerald of Maddox City, 3 original novels I think you'll really enjoy. Thank you all, and we appreciate your support.